So hey guys, welcome to another video, and today I want to talk about a game that I've been playing a lot recently, and that's 7 Days to Die. And 7 Days to Die is a zombie survival game that's in early access on Steam. And I know what you're thinking, oh my god, an early access zombie game. Really? Well, this is probably the best early access zombie game or zombie survival game there is. This game has been in alpha for a very long time, and the list of features keeps growing, and I really like it. A friend got me into this. It was like, dude, we're playing this game, it's awesome, we have a server, come join us. So I did, and I've been playing it ever since, because if you like, sort of Minecraft-y style of games with a bit of survival, yeah, this game is pretty damn good. Now, this is my single-player world, because the guys aren't online all the time, and I don't really want to do things without them on the server, so I just started the single-player world as well. 7 Days to Die is often described as Minecraft for adults, and I'm gonna say that that's a pretty good description of the game. The zombies and the monsters in 7 Days to Die are much more dangerous than the monsters in Minecraft, and you have to be more patient. Pretty much everything you do in this game just takes more time than it does in Minecraft. Digging, mining, building, whatever, crafting, it just takes more time. So you have to be more patient. Although you can speed up, digging and chopping down trees if you're at endgame and you're really good with the tools, because there is a skill system. I will talk about that in a bit. And if you have the good tools, if you have a chainsaw or an auger, of course you're going to chop down trees or dig dirt faster. Now, the way to improve your skills is sort of a mixture between sort of Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls sort of way, where you just do these things and you get better at them, and sort of a typical RPG where you get enough experience, you level up, you get a couple of points, and you can spend them on your skills. There is a variety of skills, and they range from mining tools, where you get better and faster at digging up dirt and stone and you get additional materials, to archery, where you get better with bows and crossbows and you do more damage. And there's also crafting skills, where you get better and faster at miscrafting, gunsmithing or weaponsmithing. And this skill system actually works really well because it gives you a feeling of progression. When you start off, everything takes time, chopping down trees, mining, crafting, but as you play more and more, things become faster. For instance, there is a skill in scavenging, and as you go up in scavenging, you find better items, but you can also scavenge through containers much faster. Another thing that I really like about 7 Days to Die, and I think was a really good idea for a game like this, is a wellness stat. So as you eat good food and you drink good stuff, you will gain wellness, which affects your maximum stamina and health, and both can go up to 200. But if you eat bad food and you drink, for instance, coffee, or you're infected by one of the zombies, or the zombies constantly beat on you, or you die, your wellness will go down, and it can go all the way down to 60. So if you die all the time, you will only have 60 stamina, so you can't run very far, and you will only have 60 health, which means a couple of hits and you die. And this is really good for a game like this because it discourages the mindset of, oh well, so what, I died, whoop-de-flippin'-do. It actually makes you not want to die, as weird as that sounds. Because without health and stamina, you can't really do things, because everything you do, every action you take, whether it be swinging a shovel, swinging an axe, pickaxe, drains stamina. And as your stamina goes down, you will become less efficient with your tools, and it will take you longer to, for instance, dig a pile of dirt or chop down a tree. Which means your tools are going to break sooner, which is not very good, because every time you repair your tools, their quality will go down. So if you have, for instance, a perfect pickaxe, which is a 600 quality pickaxe, and you repair it, then based on your toolsmithing skill, that pickaxe will go down in quality, which means it will be less effective at digging. Now, talking about dying in 7 Days to Die, when you die, you will drop your entire inventory and a backpack will be created where you died. There's also an option for masochists where if you die, you will just lose everything you had on you. And trust me, when you have an inventory full of good tools, good guns, a lot of ammo and steel and concrete, and you lose it, you are not going to be very happy about it. Now, if you think you can solve this by simply not dying in this game, you are horribly wrong. This game is hard. Like, really flipping hard. I can pretty much guarantee you that the first time you pick up this game and you play it, you will get caught in a death loop where you die to either zombies or dogs or bears, and you try to recover your gear and you will die again and again and again until you realize that that's not how this game works. You can't run around naked with a stick and win. You need armor, you need clothes, and most importantly, guns. Lots and lots of guns. And even if you have good armor and loads of guns and lots of ammo, it's still not hard to die. It's not easy, but it's not hard. If you get swarmed by either zombie bears or zombie dogs or cops or feral zombies, you're gonna die. Now I should probably talk about the different enemy types before I use them in a sentence and confuse you. So there are the standard zombies, they just crawl around or they shuffle about during the day. During the night, they run. And they are much more dangerous during the night as a result of that. Now, one of them, not a big deal. You can club him to death with a stick. But if there is a horde of them, like 10, they can take you down very quickly. Then there are dogs, which don't have a lot of health, but they're really fast and they like to run around in packs. And dogs are very dangerous. As I've said already, they run around in packs and they can run during the day. So they can swarm you and kill you very quickly. And more often than not, if they hit you, they will cause a bleeding debuff, which you need to remove by using a bandage, otherwise you're just gonna bleed to death. Then there are the so-called spider zombies, which will climb over stuff rather than breaking it down like all the other enemies. Cops, which can puke really far away. They will puke this green glob of shite, which does sort of moderate damage to the player, but pretty high damage to blocks and structures. Then there are bears and zombie bears, which are pretty damn fast and do a lot of bloody damage when they maul you. Witches or screamers that spawn when your heat goes too high, and heat is basically a number that's generated by smelting, cooking, chopping, and digging. And if these bitches find you and you don't kill them fast enough, they will scream and they will call in a huge horde. Then there are these huge mutated wasps, which are kind of meh because they just fly around and they don't really do anything. And finally, the feral zombies. These dudes can smell you through walls, no matter what. They have a ton of health and they do a lot of bloody damage. And all the zombies and the bears and the wolves just spawn randomly in the world. Now, as a little bonus though, every 7th day, or 7th night I should say, there will be a horde that knows exactly where you are and you can't hide from them and they will come for you. And based on the option you've selected for spawning zombies, whether it be low or high, the horde will either have 50 zombies or like 300 zombies. Which is why I have constructed this. I like to call it the fortress. This is sort of an anti-zombie bunker that I came up with. It's not very pretty, but it keeps me safe during the horde nights. Although I still can't just sit there and ignore the zombies because they will eventually break through. Because in this game, as far as I know, there is no block that the zombies cannot break. It may take them a while to break into my concrete fortress, but they will eventually do it. Which is really damn good. Because the problem in Minecraft is that you are safe as soon as you build a 2-block high dirt wall. If you do that in 7 Days to Die, the zombies will just break it down and kill you anyway. Which is what makes this game a lot of fun for me, because I'm more of a builder than scavenger in these types of games. And what I really enjoy about games like this is basically beating the game. I want to build a fortress that's as zombie-proof as it can be. And since that's, pretty hard because the zombies or the enemies can break everything in the game, it keeps me playing. It makes me think outside the box, think about designs that may work against the zombies. It's really fun for me. Now, building a base all the time is also something you can't do in this game because you need to eat, you need to drink, and you can't also freeze to death or die from a heat stroke. So you need to get water by either melting snow or just grabbing it from a lake. You need to get food by either farming potatoes or corn or hunting animals, and you need to wear the appropriate clothing for the biome you are in. And as a bonus, if you're running around with raw meat in your inventory or on your hotbar, the zombies will smell it even through walls. Now let's talk a bit about the crafting and the building system. So first of all, there is gravity in this game. Okay, you can't build floating stuff like you can in Minecraft. Blocks have pretty much just 3 stats. their health, how much they can, hold up, and how much they weigh. If you put too much concrete alongside like a wooden beam, it's gonna fall down, which is really dangerous because the enemies can break stuff. So if you have like a building on top of 4 pillars and the zombies break one of them, chances are the whole thing is just gonna collapse. So you need to think about foundations before you actually build something. For instance, my bunker is sitting on top of a huge concrete square. And if you want to play this game, one tip: don't dig holes. Zombies will fall into them and they will dig towards you, which means they will dig underneath your building. And if they dig too much, your building is gonna fall down. And yes, I've unfortunately learned that the hard way. I left my house, it was a beautiful building with a garden. I came back and it was just a big pile of rubbish. And as far as crafting is concerned, you can do a lot of stuff, okay? You can cook stuff at the campfire, you can smelt stuff at the forges, and you can craft many different variations of containers and walls, and you can upgrade them and give them more health. And you should really discover that on your own. I think I've been blabbering for long enough, so I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. By the way, the link to this game is in the description below this video. Bye-bye.